what point are we going to pick up our slack as an offense that we're so great, you know? And that's what I'm getting at. It's not about we're not winning or I don't care about winning. All I care about is stats. No, it's been week after week sometimes we're not contributing. We're not doing our job on offense. So you can't just keep slapping the Band-Aid over that. And if you expect to win late in the year and you think you're going to go to it at the end of the year, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, you know? And last year, what it was, thank you for the ring, but it's a new season.
Slap on 10 Band-Aids. You're right. It's not going to work. Welcome to a players-only edition of Birds Huddle presented by Toyota. I'm Barrett Brooks. This is Jason Avant. Hey, AJ drama keeps going, Jason.
I don't know if we're going to say this is AJ drama. He has a lot of valid points. He's not just talking. The film kind of backs him up, and he's a leader on that team for a reason. Do they want to hear his message? I don't know. I think he's crying aloud, and nobody's listening.
Oh, you know, you prima donnas, man. You receivers, all right. Jalen Hurts was asked a few times about A.J. Brown's comments. It's our Birds Report presented by FanDuel Casino.
AJ plays a pivotal role in what we've been and what we've done, and so we just have to continue to grow with that every day. I know he's talked about having a growth mindset and embracing that, and so we just need that mentality as we go throughout this season and try and get to where we're trying to go.
His frustrations have been voiced after wins on multiple occasions now. Are you good with that?
Well, we've got the Detroit Lions, so I'm gonna definitely put a halt to that. I think the more we drive that, the more of a distraction it becomes. And I think ultimately it's about the group.
All right, that brings us to our three-point stance presented by Toyota. Number one, AJ has a point, just like you just said.
Yeah, AJ has a point in that, you know, he needs to get the ball more. The thing that you got to really think about it for AJ is that realistically, what can be done about it, right? Are the people in the positions to make this happen? Are they capable at this time? Apparently, they haven't adjusted yet. And I'm sure that they're trying. And I think he has to realize that they need the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's not happening in the first 9 games. It hadn't happened yet, but they're working towards something. But I do get his point. It's frustrating going out there being used as an exercise dummy. He's out there running marathons. He's out there running sprints for cardio.
Right.
Nothing to do with a receiver. So I understand his frustration, but AJ has to realize that people are trying.
And another thing, if they were ranked like in the top 10 as far as offense, but no, they had the 23rd ranked offense. They're not scoring at all. You know, look at that. Come on now. 303 yards per game. Come on, man. That's absolutely egregious when you think about the talent that they have. They got the number one running back. Well, I don't think he's number one running back now. I know he's not. Number one running back got 2 skilled receivers, a really good tight end, you know, an MVP candidate at the quarterback position. Why is it that they're not scoring points like that? I just don't understand it. And at this point, they say if it's broke, don't fix it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, they still need to fix it even though they're winning. This is just unacceptable to me. But I don't necessarily need AJ saying what he's saying, but I don't care what AJ is saying right now, you know?
Well, here's the thing about AJ. AJ, like you said, is a leader on this team.
Right.
And so I'm pretty sure AJ has had these conversations in private before it became public because he's feeling like this is my last option, right? And AJ is being a light in some sense because, you know, he's letting people know that there's a problem and things need to change. But the thing is that some people don't like light. Just think about when you get up in the morning at times. When you get up in the morning, you have an option to open up to the sunlight or close the curtain and go back to sleep. I think the Eagles personnel and at times the offensive coordinator wants to close the curtain and go back to sleep. They're not ready to conform to what AJ is saying at this time. And I think AJ Brown is right. Maybe going about it the wrong way. I think you can win people over being sweet rather than sour.
Yeah, you know, you get more with honey than you do with, you know, some of this is bitter. You know, I get it. But number 2, the offense should be better down the stretch. Well, no, it has to be better down the stretch.
Well, we're talking about the offense. Yeah, they should be better down the stretch. When you look at who they're playing, they only have the Chargers that's remaining that is a top 10 defense. So you're looking at a bunch of bad teams defensively that they're going to be playing. Now, Detroit is actually pretty good in some stats that matter when it comes to their top 10 in rushing defense, their top 10 in sacks. So you're going to be playing some Rudy Poos or some bad teams later on. But do you want it to look good like that?
Right.
Or do you want the real thing? I think the Eagles want the real thing. Going out and dominating the Detroit Lions will give this team a bunch of confidence that it won't give the team dominating the Commanders down the line. Right? So I think the team has to do this now.
Well, I think so also. You know, I mean, you're talking about a team, they're trying to go back and repeat as champions. And in order to do that, you've got to make sure that your offense is at, the same level as the defense. The defense is right on key. They're lockstep with what they want to achieve, as they go later down, the line. The defense is finally starting to rush the passer. They're getting sacks. They're creating turnovers. They're doing everything you need to do, even on special teams. We're now starting to flip the field a little bit. We're getting some returns. The offense has to do their part, and they haven't been doing their part. And I'm trying to figure out who and where I can lay blame, because that's what I want to do. I want to lay blame. And at this point, I'm looking. I don't know if it's Kevin Patula, the offensive coordinator. I don't know if it's Jalen Hurts. I mean, those are the two right now that have the most effect of what's going on the field. So I'm trying to figure out who would you say would be that guy?
I don't know if blame is the answer. Now, remember, people are going to miss reads. The offensive coordinator is not going to dial up the right plays at times. It's always cohesive, right? There's times where A.J. Brown is not in a winnable looking position when it comes from you're looking at it from the quarterback position. But in these past few games, Jalen Hurts has missed some wide open reads. And I know that's frustrating, but you can't blame it on one person. Remember, it's a team. Everyone has to do their job a little bit better.
Out of doubt. I'll get you, man. But, hey, Jalen Phillips has changed the defense already. Listen to Vic Fangio today on Phillips.
What do you like about Jalen as a player?
You guys saw it. He plays hard. He's strong at the point, good pass rusher,
Does it help?
When you shop at Nordstrom's, you get good stuff.
You get good stuff. You're absolutely right about that. It's time for the playbook presented by Supercuts. Well, I love Jalen. Yeah. Jalen came in and changed on defense how you play defense.
Yeah, I guess we had Burlington Coat Factory before, but now we got Nordstrom gear, according to Vic Fangio. Jalen Phillips balled out this particular game.
Right.
He had his motor going. He dominated the tight end position, and we have been allowing tight ends to block us at the defensive end position. But Musgrave and Fitzpatrick for the Packers had their hands full, and Phillips dominated those two guys and made plays. He also forced the sack. Jalen Hunt's sack was because of Jalen Phillips. So I think that he is bringing a lot to this defense. Think about his attitude and how grateful he was to be here. He showed that on the field on Sunday or Monday night, and I think it's been, just a good thing for this team.
Well, and also you got to look at what he brings to the table as far as athleticism. Him being able to run out there. He was running, and he was at a point where these quarterbacks, they have to be able to elude him. He's fast. I thought it was Zach Bond on that last play when he ran the quarterback out of bounds. He has speed, tenacity of him going out there and imposing his will on tight ends and even offensive linemen. And then they use him in different positions. I saw a play out there where they lined him up in the middle and put, Carter on the outside, reversing their roles and having the guys do that. So I thought it was great them being able to do that and really impose their will on the defense.
Yeah.